again. These past few days, I've had some voice problems. Something I tend to have. I probably talk a lot or sing a lot in my free time, so that's honestly most likely the reason. But the reason I'm starting this video today is because I wanted to talk about what I've been thinking about and reflecting on the last few days while I've been unable to speak quite as much as I normally do. It's probably for the best. So at first, I was caught up in my own problems. I think about how inconveniencing it was to not have much of a voice. Like, on the one hand, it's inconveniencing for me because I love to express myself, to sing, whether I sing well or not, this has a point, to talk to my friends, all that kind of thing. And being unable to do that has been definitely inconveniencing, maybe a little stressful, and not just for myself, and in general, like my friends and family, we all live very far apart from each other, most of us, and so our main way to communicate is through through voice. We use apps like Marco Polo and other voice messaging systems, and just simple phone calls. And so obviously being unable to do that as much has been something that's made it harder to communicate like we normally would. Um, and then of course in a more practical sense, I need my voices to be able to do my job. So I've been resting it primarily for that reason too, because I figure I need to work to make money to speak. So that's that. But now in this video, I'm breaking away, and I want to share a little bit. So being unable to speak that much has definitely left a lot of time for self-reflection. It's really interesting how one's thoughts, when you're unable to express, when you're able to speak that much, how easy it is to kind of to sink into your own thoughts, and how much louder your mind can seem when your voice is laid to rest. Having been alone with my thoughts for the last few days, I've had moments of self doubt, questioning like what I'm doing, uh, why I'm doing it, do I think I'm going to be successful, why me versus anyone else. Self doubt questions that have come into my mind, which I imagine happens to most people, even if they can speak normally. Now, it hasn't all been bad, like I said. After all, even moments of doubt can have silver lining. For example, when I've wondered, like, why am I doing this thing, I also would then remind myself of those reasons. And I think that's a key point for people to be able to remember, to remind themselves what brought you to where you are and where you seek to go, right? So even when you're faltering, simply reciting those reasons to yourself can really make all the difference. Anyway, there's another thing that I've learned over the past few days, or maybe it's been hammered in for a long time, and now, I mean, maybe it's been hammered in more now than it ever was before. And that's the fact that my problems are important because they're mine, but they're not the only problems that exist. And even while I'm having my own issues, people around me are having theirs. It just might be harder to recognize that because oftentimes we don't even talk about our problems to each other, even when we can. I mean, everyone's problems are important, I think, to themselves, to those in their lives, to those they impact. And what I'm saying is, I find it important and healthy to walk a mile, metaphorically, or figuratively, in someone else's shoes. Literally, if you have the same shoe size. But to be able to step away from your own thoughts, your own issues and concerns, worries, and to be able to recognize theirs, to recognize that someone else might be having the same kinds of concerns or going through something that could be catastrophic or just far worse than your own. Not that everyone is, of course. Of course, it's a tall order to expect people to walk in each other's shoes, but I do think the world would be better off with more compassion, more understanding between individuals, between loved ones, between strangers. And that's kind of, long story short, that's kind of what these last few days have been about for me. I'm trying to have a better understanding, trying to gain a better understanding of those around me, and more compassion, and I hope that we can pay it forward. I'll see you later. Bye.